Something supernatural had descended upon the country. A single mother, 8 months pregnant, lived in a city where all transportation had been shut down. But she and her sister didn't pay much attention and headed out in their car anyway. The streets had turned into chaos, a dangerous mess. Cars were crashing into each other as if they'd lost all control. People fled in terror. Her phone rang. The woman turned around to grab it from the back seat, but her sister suddenly screamed in horror. The next second, she went silent. Her eyes changed. She slammed on the gas and the car picked up speed. The woman tried to grab the steering wheel, but she couldn't stop her sister from plowing into other vehicles. Their car flipped. She struggled to crawl out, only to watch helplessly as her sister walked into the middle of the road. The whole city had gone mad. All she could do was run with the crowd. She stumbled and fell. In the distance, a kind woman ran toward her, trying to help her up, but then the woman seemed to see something that made her lose control. She started screaming for her mother, completely out of her mind, and climbed into a car that was on fire. A black man helped the pregnant woman to her feet, and they finally made it into someone's house. Inside was a wary old man, the husband of the woman who had just sacrificed herself trying to help. The house had already taken in a number of strangers. No one knew each other, and everyone was on edge. The old man kept watch, patrolling constantly. The woman kept calling her mother, but no one answered. Before long, the group pieced together what was happening. Some kind of eerie creature was roaming outside, and anyone who looked at it went insane. They immediately drew all the curtains. On the news, a broadcaster announced that the city was under a state of emergency and urged residents to stay indoors no matter what. The next second, the broadcast cut out. One of the men realized this was the end of the world. Though cultures around the globe were vastly different, they all had records of a certain kind of spirit, a being that appeared in the form of whatever a person feared most or longed for most, even taking the shape of someone they dreaded. The strangers huddled in the house began to get to know one another. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. They heard a woman's voice outside. After preparing themselves, they opened the door, and there stood a girl wearing a blindfold. She was pregnant too. Now there was one more. The group started discussing the food situation. But how could they go out to find supplies while blindfolded? That's when the homeowner had an idea. He had installed several security cameras around the house. He thought he could use the footage to monitor what was happening outside. After all, it wasn't direct eye contact, just recorded pixels. It shouldn't trigger the creature's effect.